Good day to you. In this video, we're going to learn, or maybe I would better say, you're going to gain an understanding of why it is that you want the things that you want in life at a level that very few people comprehend. And when you learn to understand yourself at this level, it opens up opportunities for transformation and for a level of results that simply do not exist for people that aren't willing to commit to this level of self-development and of self-understanding. And it's literally so important it bears repeating. Okay? What we're going to cover today, when you begin to understand yourself at this level, it is going to open opportunities for you for transformation, for successes, for results that do not exist for anyone who's not willing to commit to this level of understanding themselves. So let's do this. Hey everybody, I'm Coach Michael, your Keep It Real coach. I want to welcome you again to My Life Design, the #1 channel for anyone looking to improve your life, your business, or yourself. And this is actually session 3 of our channel launch series. So if you remember, in the last video, we not only learned an elite technique for understanding the things that you truly want in life, but we actually prepared ourselves to gain an understanding of why these things hold importance to us. Now remember, these techniques, they can be used in any area of your life, business, relationships, health, whatever it is to you. So if you have questions about that, please share them in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to them as quickly as possible. And remember, later in the series, we're actually going to learn to recreate your lifestyle. But today, let's focus on gaining that understanding of your deepest why. So let me ask you right up front. Have you ever considered or asked yourself what it is inside you that makes you want or desire the things that you do want? Maybe the feelings and the emotions that you choose for yourself. Have you ever thought about that before? And as a disclaimer, obviously you're not going to hear this conversation in common circles. It's not a workplace water fountain topic. Okay? And I also want to share that the concepts or the training that we're going to do in this session is not my own creation. Remember, I've spent 30 years learning from some of the world's top coaches, mentors, and trainers. And this particular topic and this concept I was trained on when I became a certified strategic intervention coach through the RMT Center, Robbins-Madonna's Training Center. So it's true, there's a lot of different ways that people actually use to explain our deepest whys. But the concepts I'm going to share with you in this session are the simplest I've found in 30 years. And when we break things down into these classifications or into any classifications, we find the purpose for every desire, every want, or everything that we do in life is meant to support one or more of what we're calling our 6 core human needs. And those core needs are these: certainty, variety, significance, love and connection, growth, and contribution. So like I said, these concepts came from Tony and his training partner, Chloe Madonis, who, if you're not familiar with, is a world-renowned psychotherapist with a list of accomplishments that would take longer than this video. They break it down this way. Consider this. We break it into 2 parts. The first part is what we call the personality needs. Okay, that's the first four: certainty, variety, significance, and love and connection. The second set are the spiritual needs, okay? And those are, of course, growth and contribution. Okay, so let's take a look at what each one of these classifications actually mean. So follow along with me here. Within each one of us, there is a need for a certain level of feeling the following four categories. Certainty is number one. And what we're talking about when we look at certainty is it's like having a level of what I call constant, or knowing what we can count on as coming next. Right? I mean, at some level, you want to know that there's some consistency in your life, that not every single moment is going to change. You want to be able to count on certain things. So the second core human need is variety. Quite the opposite, right? Seems odd that we may want things that are total opposites, but it's true. None of us can handle 100% consistency. You want to have some level of change, of variety in your life. Okay? The third core need that we all have is a feeling of significance. Okay? We all want to feel some level of significance internally, from ourselves, from our family, from our friends. We want to feel important to them in some way, shape, or form, and at some level. And then the fourth personality core need is love and connection. Okay? Love and significance are two different things. We all have a deep-seated, inherent need to feel loved and to have some sort of a connection. For some of us, that means a lot of people. For other people, it's a very tight-knit group. Kind of guilty on both levels, or I have that on both levels myself. And those four are the personality needs. But then we also have the spiritual needs, and this is a proven need in each human being. The first one of those, which is actually our fifth core need, is growth. Each one of us has an innate desire, not a desire, a need to feel that we are growing as a person, be it career, relationships, health, knowledge, wisdom, whatever that is. We have an absolute need to feel that we are growing. When we don't feel that way, for most people, and I deal with this a lot because I've dealt a lot for many years with the senior population, with people that are 60s, 70s, 80s, and above. And they don't feel like they're growing anymore. They tell me in their own words, spiritually, inside, they feel like they're dying. It's because they're not committing to getting out there and doing something that makes them feel like they're still growing in life. And then the final one is contribution. Now, it's been determined every individual has these needs at some level or to some degree, and each one of us fills all six of them in some way, shape, or form. The key is some people fulfill them, or they fulfill some of these needs in positive and empowering methods. Others get fulfilled with negative, harmful methods, or in negative, harmful ways. And learning how we do these is key. It's also important to understand that everyone has their own unique order of importance, right? What's most important out of those six to me is likely different than what's most important out of the six, or the order may be different for you. Also, the degree to which they need to be met let me put it this way, the degree that we need to experience each of these to consider them as being fulfilled is at a different level. And lastly, it's super important to understand that as these needs are met, the higher level that they're being met at, so let's say they can be met at a level 1 or a level 10. The higher that level is, when something's met at a level, say 7, 8, 9, or 10, and then that activity that we're doing meets 2 or 3 of these needs, at that super high level, it becomes addictive. It actually becomes a true addiction to us. So let me share one of the most common examples that people don't even realize they do. Say you're a single person. You wind up in a relationship with someone. You meet someone. You begin dating or spending more time with them. Okay? In a relationship, what does that relationship offer someone? Okay? Does it offer them certainty? Typically, right? You can count on that person being there for you, spending time with you, saying nice things to you, doing nice things for you, and just enjoying time with them. You're certain, you have some level of certainty that being with that person is going to make you feel better. Okay? Does it offer you variety? Well, most of your time is probably spent with other people doing other things, right? You're at work, you're sleeping, whatever the case is. So being with this person gives you something different. It's a different experience. Do you do different things when you're with that person? Maybe you go out to eat. Maybe you just sit and talk. Maybe they have something that they enjoy spending time doing that you've never done with anybody else. So that gives you variety, right? Does it give you significance? Well, of course it does. You're important to them. They're wanting to spend time with you. They're making you feel significant. Does it give you love and connection? That's pretty much the point of that relationship, right? So you're feeling loved by them. You're getting to share love, not just a typical friendship. You're getting to share the true emotion of that intimate type of love, and you're feeling connected, right? Okay. Do you experience growth in a relationship? Hopefully. Hopefully this person makes you be a better person, makes you want to be better. Hopefully you are getting some of that variety. You're getting new experiences. You're growing as a person. Maybe they have a level of intelligence in a topic that you begin to engage with, and they educate you on it. And then you're also, for contribution, you have knowledge, you have experiences that you're able to pay into their life, to share with them, and help them grow as a person. So now you have one activity or one experience in your life that is meeting all 6 of your core human needs. Now, some of those may be met at a 4, 5, 6 level, hopefully a little higher than that, but at least at that level. And then the majority of them are going to be met more at the 6 to 8 to maybe 10 level. Okay, what happens in a case like that? You become addicted to wanting that type of relationship. So if you break up, what do? First of all, you're sad, you're depressed, you're upset, whatever the case is. But too many people instantly go right back out looking for that kind of relationship. Why? Because it met all 6 core needs at such a high level. So they're associating all that benefit to that, we'll call it an intimate type of relationship, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, so on and so forth. But the fact is, when you learn to understand this, you can pay attention. You can acknowledge that that need for certainty can be met in other ways. That need for variety can be met in other ways. The need for significance, for love and connection, for growth, and for contribution can all be met in other areas. But this is why people stay in bad relationships. Think of movie stars and stuff that jump from marriage to marriage to marriage. If you just ask most people and say, what do you think, honestly, it would be better to get married once and stay married once and just have a great relationship? They'd say, yeah, of course. But it doesn't always work out that way, so we jump around. We choose a negative, disempowering way of fulfilling those needs because we don't even know that's why we're doing it, which is why we're actually going over this lesson. So are you beginning to keep up with me or to understand this a little bit? That when you learn to recognize why you want the things you want, why you're doing the things you're doing, that it's because you're trying to meet these needs. Okay? When you start to recognize that and when you practice it, you can recognize your patterns up front, and then you can become intentional about how you meet these needs. And you can begin to meet every one of these needs at the level that you need it in ways that are positive and empowering. And you can begin to eliminate the negative ones. One of the most common, eating. People that overeat. They eat because it gives them certainty. I am absolutely certain I love me some pepperoni pizza. You get what I'm saying. You're certain you love these foods. You're certain they're going to make you feel better. Variety? Yeah, I'm going to have some pizza and some ice cream. Mint chocolate chip, thank you very much. So does it give you significance? You actually lie to yourself. You can make yourself believe, I'm significant. I am giving this to myself because I've earned it. I am significant enough to eat this entire large pizza and that entire half-gallon of ice cream. And that was what makes me significant. Love and connection. You're spending time sitting there watching your favorite shows. Maybe you're hanging out with friends and you're eating all this food that you probably shouldn't be eating. You get some love and connection out of it. Does it give you contribution? Well, maybe if you're sharing it. If you go out and you get a large pizza and you give a couple of slices to your friend and you share a big bowl of ice cream, you get the picture of what I'm saying, right? That is a negative way to meet some of these needs. But we tell ourselves, we convince ourselves it's okay. Again, could we have met those needs in another way? Absolutely. And this is what's called intentional living. When we understand it, we can go out and intentionally create positive, empowering ways to meet these needs. And 97% of the people out there, and you and me have both been included in that 97% at some point, if we're not at this moment, 97% of the people, they don't understand this. The 3% that do, this is why they're the 3%ers. Okay, so let's make sure that we're perfectly clear on this. When we're talking about intentional living, we're not talking about what goes on the outside. We are referring specifically to the importance of the inner work, of working on ourselves. Are you with me on that? Okay, is this making sense to you? If it's not, that's okay. Share in the comments. Ask some questions in the comments. And the next question is, did you take some notes? Did you write down the 6 core human needs so that you could make them personal for yourselves? And I apologize if I didn't say that. I don't think I did say that in the beginning to write these down. So my apologies for that, but do so. Write them down. Think about it for a minute. We're actually going to make this personal for you here in just a couple of minutes, because that is, I've told you all along, keeping it simple, making it personal, and making it actionable is the key to what we do in coaching. So just because you may not understand this yet, don't discard it. Don't ignore it or blow it off. Okay? It's gonna take some time. This is part of core human need number five, which is growth. And I understand this is very uncommon conversation. It's a very uncommon thing to talk about, but it offers such extraordinary opportunities. This level of self-awareness, this is, again, it's another one of those secret weapons of the people that are actually living these extraordinary lives and just hitting the levels that so many of us would like to experience. And by the way, I'm cutting this one in after the video. I want to make this clear. I want to help you understand. I use the words common, uncommon, extraordinary. And if you're not aware of this, extraordinary is the opposite of common, of ordinary. So when I say I want to help you live an extraordinary or extraordinary life, I'm talking a complete opposite lifestyle of what most people are used to. And it really is just a series of simple steps. So before we share the last tip, let me share with you that in the next video, we're actually going to dig even deeper. Okay, we're going to get familiar with your foundational belief systems. Okay, the things that dictate even your 6 core human needs. So we're preparing for that right now. Okay, we're also going to try to look at or prepare for what I call the reality of paying the cost, right? We'll either dig into it or we'll at least kind of prepare for that a little bit. So before we cover the very last tip, tell me in the comments, what did you get out of today's session? Okay, what I want to make sure for you is, again, that you're not discarding or discounting this information just because it's something you weren't familiar with before. See, the point of the last tip of today is that too often people, they actually discount things that could benefit them, and they just think they're ignoring bits of information. And really what they're doing is they're discounting themselves by limiting the opportunity that they have available to them. Okay? I'm asking you, don't go through life half-heartedly. Don't go through these coaching sessions discounting or yourself or your life or your opportunity. Okay? Or don't go through life, half invested. Right? You're not a penny stock. Go all in. Invest in yourself. Invest in your future, in the people that you love, by going after the things that you want, going after your passions in life. And don't forget, make your comments, ask your questions, support other people in the comments. This is about community. Let's make it that. Smash that like button. Ring the bell so you get notifications of the new videos. I'm actually soon going to start putting out some different types of videos, some different content. Okay, these are weekly because there's actually steps you should be taking in the meantime. Right? Write out, go back real quick if you have to. I'm going to have them in the description. Write out the 6 core human needs. Try to take a look at, pay attention to where you meet each of these in any given experience that you have, the things that you like. You buy a lot of clothes, why do you buy them? Where does that meet that need? You want that new relationship, why? What are you looking to meet? Which of those needs are you looking to fulfill? You want to buy a new car, a new house, you want to go to the gym, you want to learn to cook better. I don't care what it is you want, what it is you're looking to do or accomplish. Which of those needs do you think it's going to meet? Share some of that in the comments with us, and we'll respond to it. We'll have some conversation about it. We'll make it personal for you. We'll make it actionable for you, and you'll reap the benefits. So I look forward to seeing those benefits, to communicating with you on it, and I look forward to sharing with you in the next video when we dig even deeper. And as always, until then, live awesome and enjoy your journey.